Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal. Patch 9.2 is now fully here. The new raid is finally open, the Mythic Plus season is finally live, and the PvP Arena season is in full swing. It's time to gear out our characters, mains and alts. I got a lot of messages from you guys asking me what is the most efficient ways to beef up your mains and how to efficiently gear out your ults, especially if you want to mostly focus on your main character but not completely leave your ults in the dust. I wanted to make this guide video helpful to those of you coming back for patch 9.2, whether you played in previous patches or maybe are checking out Shadowlands for the very first time, and provide you tips on how to maintain your main and alts as efficiently as possible. But right before we get into this guide, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed, and if you're watching this video anyway, you might as well subscribe as well as hit the bell, especially if you want to see more patch 9.2 guides, content, and updates, or potentially future WoW expansion announcements with patch 9.2.5 hopefully going on PTR very soon. If you're just starting out, then you definitely need to catch up. And if you want to catch up quickly, you first need to head into the new zone of patch 9.2 called Zereth Mortis. You get the quest to head into Zereth Mortis from Oribos. Once you make it into the brand new zone, the player hub of Haven will have an anima gear vendor, where you can spend anima to buy 226 item level gear. This gear is perfect for starter characters and fresh new alts. It'll give you enough survivability to explore Zereth Mortis, and at least will get you started with something that's functional. Anima is really easy to come by, so you should be able to afford this gear rather quickly. Besides the anima gear vendor, the zone of Zereth Mortis is full of gearing opportunities. Check your map often for any world quests that reward gear upgrades. You'll also find that certain rares and chests have a chance to drop gear as well. And just following the story chapters of Zereth Mortis helps your character catch up in item level also. And you really should keep up with the story quests at least on one character, as it will offer your alts and mains more gearing opportunities. With the brand new zone, we also get a new world boss. Once a week, you have a chance of slaying him and getting 259 item level gear. Besides that, over your time exploring Zereth Mortis, doing certain dailies, slaying powerful bosses, and looting secret treasures, you will start to collect Sandworn relics. These relics aren't necessarily farmable, but you can collect them over time. Just about every activity in Zereth Mortis has a chance to reward you with relics. You just don't earn them at a really rapid pace. When you have enough relics, trade them in as a currency for Sandworn relic gear with the Enlightened Brokers, as a way for your character to gain little upgrades and rewards over the time invested in the new zone. Once you get started, you will then want to dive into the 3 official endgame modes of World of Warcraft. Those endgame modes are Raids, Mythic Plus Dungeons, as well as PvP. The new raid of Sepulchre of the First Ones is the final raid of Shadowlands, with new bosses, new raid mechanics, as well as new rewards. The gear rewarded from this raid scale at different difficulties, with the LFR dropping to 239 item level gear, normal at 252 item level, heroic at 265, and mythic at 278. And just like the other raids of Shadowlands, the last few bosses are supposed to be harder than the rest, and they will drop item level gear that's 7 item levels higher than the rest of that instance. Just like every World of Warcraft raid, the higher the difficulty, the better are the rewards. Though this tier, class iconic tier sets make a return, with unique looks for every class and unique bonuses for every single spec. 2-piece and 4-piece tier set bonuses that are looking to increase the power of our classes, and many are looking for big gameplay changes. It's definitely worth getting into raiding for patch 9.2, even if you do the raid on normal difficulty, which is the easier difficulty, more accessible to more players. These tier sets are going to be a massive power spike for any of your characters in patch 9.2, even at lower item levels. Tier set items drop from many of the bosses of the patch 9.2 raid. However, this patch also offers alternative ways of acquiring tier sets, which we will discuss at a later time in this video. Now let's talk about the second endgame content of Shadowlands, the dungeons. The normal, heroic, and mythic dungeons are looking to get their item levels upgraded, with normals starting out at 210 item level and mythic dungeons ending at 236. We also have a new season for Mythic Plus dungeons with a brand new seasonal affix and many more rewards, with the item levels of the Mythic Plus gear also going up. The harder the key you complete, the better are the rewards, and also the better the weekly rewards can be in the Great Vault, which we'll discuss at a later time in this video. While you can't directly get tier sets from Mythic Plus content, you will be able to upgrade Mythic Plus gear into tier set gear. But we will discuss this new system added in patch 9.2 when we talk about the creation catalyst. Finally, we have the last endgame content of World of Warcraft, which is PvP. Just like the last season, we have the Honor gear, which is upgradable with Honor, and Conquest gear, which can only be gotten with Conquest, which is earnable from the competitive rated arenas and rated battlegrounds. Both Honor gear and Conquest gear can be upgraded with Honor points. And fully upgraded Honor gear at the start of Season 3 is actually quite competitive, but eventually you'll want to dive into some rated WoW PvP to earn your Conquest set, which is going to be the best PvP gear for the season. Just like last season, you'll also need certain amount of rating from 2v2, 3v3 or RBGs in order to further upgrade this gear with Honor points. This season also brings in a ton more PvP trinkets, which are still plenty experimental and we're not sure just how good they're gonna be, but there's always potential for them in the patch 9.2. Just like last season, you also want to take advantage of the Great Vault system. The more bosses you slay in raids, the more Mythic Plus dungeons you complete, and the more rated PvP activity you engage in, the more options you'll have from the Great Vault. However, in patch 9.2, from all endgame content, the Great Vault has a chance of dropping tier set items. So even if you fill out your vault just from Mythic Plus content, the Mythic Plus dungeon rewards can also be Mythic Plus tier set gear. The same thing applies for the PvP gear as well, and the PvP tier set gear will have PvP scaling, although it will have predetermined secondary stats which won't always be versatility. The more endgame content you engage in, the faster your characters, mains, and alts might be able to fill out their tier sets. It's going to be a priority in patch 9.2 getting your tier set as early as possible, so the more endgame content you can participate in, the more chances of getting tier loot you can from the Great Vault. In patch 9.2, Blizzard also added the new system called Creation Catalyst, which will be a way for us to be able to create tier set gear out of previously acquired gear. While we never actually got to test the Creation Catalyst system during PTR, we have a lot of information on how it is supposed to function. First, the Creation Catalyst will become available a few weeks after the Mythic version of Sepulchre is released. The Catalyst will use a new currency of Cosmic Flux, which is fairly easy to get, in order to create these new tier sets from previously acquired gear. When you transform an item into a tier set, you actually gain the item's properties. So if you transformed a PvP item that can be upgradable and scales in PvP, it will retain those qualities as a tier set. The Creation Catalyst will use a weekly charge system. That means that at first, you'll be able to use the Creation Catalyst once it's finally available to be able to craft one item of tier set gear once a week. Eventually, over the weeks, the amount of charges the Creation Catalyst will generate a week will increase to the point where it generates a charge every other day. This system will start globally for your main character and alts, which will allow your alt characters, after a few weeks, to be able to craft a bunch of tier set items immediately. The Creation Catalyst system is seen as a catch-up system for your alts, but also bad luck protection for your main character. If after weeks of Shadowlands raiding you still haven't acquired your tier set, you will be able to use the Creation Catalyst in order to have a bad luck prevention for your mains and alts so they can finally get their tier sets. Then we have legendaries in patch 9.2. In the next few weeks, we should be able to upgrade our legendaries to the rank 7. The methods of acquiring legendaries from rank 1 to rank 6 do not change in patch 9.2. However, upgrading a legendary from rank 6 to rank 7 will only cost Cosmic Flux. Cosmic Flux as a currency will drop from all endgame content and many of the activities in Zereth Mortis. Cosmic Flux is really easy to get. Finally, let's talk about crafted gear items. In patch 9.2, we'll be getting new recipes to upgrade our crafted gear to item level 233 and 262. The 233 gear can be worn on character head to toe, and you can wear as many pieces as you like. However, the 262 item level gear will have a unique tag to it, which means you can only wear one 262 crafted piece on a character. The crafted gear in patch 9.2 can also come with extra benefits, which could be anything from damage procs to debuffing the target to even movement speed while mounted. When you're looking for crafted gear, whether you're crafting it yourself or buying it on the auction house, look out for extra bonuses which you may find impactful in PvE or PvP content. And that's gonna be our gearing guide for the patch 9.2. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this guide video. Also, let me know in the comments how are you going to be gearing your mains and alts. Are you looking to gear your mains and alts through mostly raids, dungeons, or PvP? If you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. If you guys watch these videos on a regular or want to let me know what you think about this video guide, let me know in DMs on Discord. DMs are always open. Join our Discord to join our community. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another one.